Here by Aman Ital. Again, Ital Iman is telling you a lot. A lot of y'all don't even know the word allegory is in the Bible. Apostle Paul was talking about things from the Old Testament, and he actually used the word allegory. Why? Because if you read Galatians chapter 1, Paul tells you he was taken by Jesus Christ and not taken into the Middle East where allegedly those people were the Hebrews, but he was taken into Arabia. Why? If you read Galatians chapter, the book of Galatians, especially chapter 4, he talks about Arabia again. Because you also have to remember, they also have the promise of God. You have Abraham, Ishmael, and Isaac. And out of Isaac came Jacob, came the Hebrew nation. But Ishmael was given promises too. In fact, that angel of the Lord made sure that Ishmael stayed alive and that he would become a great nation. So the deeper you dig in your Bible, you will see an allegiance between these Hebrews and these other people, even though the people that gave you the Bible want you to believe they're enemies. Now, I don't want this to be a long video, but Ayman Atal is trying to teach you about metaphors, allegories, similes, all this stuff the Bible is using, telling you things. The Spirit of God will wake up the correct people to know what it really means. And everybody else will be in mysteries. We already did that about the parables. All these videos are still public on this channel for people really looking for the truth. Like I said, a lot of people say that I'm looking for the truth, but they're really not. Because they'll continue to walk past real ministries and they're looking for ministries that they think I know, I feel, or whatever that bull, but they're not called to do that. So that's like going in a doctor's office and thinking he's going to heal you and save you, and he's not called, he's not trained, he's not called to do that. You might feel good about it, but at some point spiritually, you'll have a spiritual death, and you may have a judgment from the Most High God. So now, as I told you, same thing God told me, Ayman Ital says the same thing. Your prophets are your magicians, musicians, and things like that. So you should really get familiar with this video you're looking at. How to get this right there. Ayman Ital, I think he dropped it a day or two ago. Get familiar with his channel. Stop wasting your time on these bullshits that going through all this fake stuff, all this crazy stuff, distracting you. And if you notice, even in some of those debate videos, all of a sudden, like a perverted picture comes up. Why is that necessary? Like they debate in 1 minute, then a perverted picture comes up, and then a guy cuts off his feed. Why? Why was that necessary? So these are the homos, Freemasons, and people just fucking with you, really, at the end of the day. I mean, there may be a reason for it, but why sit there with all that fuckery when you can be getting the truth and getting strong like me and other people out there doing the truth? Something else I want to say. Okay, now, allegory, I told you, all these words have been designed. Galilee, Gabriel, Gory, Garrison of the Philistines, a garment, garden. All these words have been designed to purpose. Like if you were a real organized person, and somebody came in your house, they came in your room, and everything was organized. Say, yo, man, I want a blue T-shirt, and you go, oh yeah, blue. Put that over at the BL over with U color, and it's in the shirt section, but not in the long sleeve shirt, but it's in the short sleeve. And you look at now, what shade of blue, what color of blue, and even that's organized. So the person who put this material well together, that's how it's done. Even material, mother, metaphysics, method, mathematics, is all designed that way. The faster people learn how things really work, the faster they can get off that bullshit. But you got all this goofy stuff. People don't want to listen. People want to act like they know when they don't know. People want to act like they call when they not call. And people that think they got a right to walk away from the Most High God. So Matthew chapter 7 talks about such people. He's going to let them believe that bullshit, that spirit of delusion, until that day comes. And then when they burning in hell, they're going to be like, oh, didn't I do this? Didn't I do that? I thought I was blah, blah, blah. He ain't going to say, get away from me. I don't know you. He's not even going to respond. Not even going to hear him no more. Because they were given the opportunity to get this truth that people out here pushing, but they didn't want it. They wanted to do it their way. So once again, and so when you listen to the video, it starts off with Parliament Funkadelic, who told us about the mothership, told us about the pyramids in Egypt, told us that they was coming back. That was a highlight of Parliament's. I got to see them in 1979. and I was ahead of my time. I was one of the first people to ever dance at a music concert, because back then people ain't dancing concerts. They just stood there looking stupid. I was dancing and people got mad at me and started throwing water on me because I wouldn't control myself, and I'm glad I didn't. And then I tried to do the flashlight, but my flashlight didn't have no batteries and shit, so it was all dim and shit. Me and the dude I came up there with, we came up from Monmouth County, New Jersey, and we was on the train smoking weed and shit. And we started coughing because that was some good weed. I never had no weed like that, but that train was packed with black people going to Madison Square Garden, 1979 Parliament Funkadelic, Lakeside, and somebody else. And so the conductor, whatever you call that dude, when he walks around on the train, he ain't the conductor. He might be, I don't know, because I think the conductor would be riding the train. I don't know, but anyway, the guy that walks around making sure everything all right. So he sort of smoked up with weed and shit. So really, we could have got in trouble, or we could have got kicked off the train because we was coughing and shit. The weed was all around. That motherfucker ain't do shit because that train was surrounded with black people, my nigga. So that's why I said one of the beautiful days in my life. And the funny, let me tell y'all two things before I let y'all go. I'm gonna bless y'all with some instruction on real shit, not this fake shit y'all akin to, but real shit. Two things I want to tell you. Now, the dude that went with me to New York, a friend of mine, but he was a lot like Chucky. When I first seen this dude, he was 2 steps away from being a gay boy, getting his ass kicked, beating him down. And I started teaching these niggas how to fight, and I could barely fight, but niggas taught me how to fight, so I taught these niggas how to fight. So then this dude went on to be like nice with his hands. He went on to, as far as fighting, this dude went on to be one of the best. Like, what he do? Real light-skinned white boy, mix. His mama white, his father black. His father played the guitar, looked like Jimi Hendrix. So he on the train with me. So we was in New York. We all high up, and we was just caught in the moment. We was so happy. So we had some inexpensive seats, so we was way up high. So I looked at that nigga, I said, yo, let's go down there, fuck that. So we just went down there, bro. This is like 1979. We went way down and went and sat in seats that was closer to the stage and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bugging out, dancing and shit. And then we was all caught up in the moment and shit. And then when the concert was over, it was like, damn, it's time to go home. And I'm in New York City. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I was scared than a mother. I was scared, like, where the fuck? I don't know how to get back to no subway. I don't know how to get back to no. I was scared than a motherfucker. I was a young ass kid, and I was like scared in New York. I was terrified. Get this, that motherfucker I was with, he said, I know how to get back. And I said to myself, how does goofy motherfucker know how to get back to Jersey? I said, man, they used to beat this motherfucker's ass. He literally was 2 steps away from being a gay boy. I said, how the fuck this goofy motherfucker gonna know how to get back to me? But he knew, and that's how we got back. So that's the power of God. Much blessings to God for that. And then more recently, let me tell you this one. So somebody contacted me, right? And they was on some crazy shit. So they gave me like a little bit of money and was asking for all this shit. Because I told you, since Thursday and Friday, all these motherfuckers hit me with crate at where I work at. Also, people contacted me personally here with all these large demands and unbelievable demands. And they ain't talking about no way of financing that shit. What the fuck you contacting me with this bullshit for? And I've been fucked up for like the last 4 or 5 days. Just whatever's going on in the universe or whatever it is, I've been just out of it. Literally. So I let the person on, and they was trying to rush me and shit. Like, first off, like, but they was doing just weird shit. The shit I hate that people do, they was doing all of it. But I was trying to be cool. I was trying not to blow up on them and say nothing slick. I like, all right, whatever. They're like, oh, well, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not gonna have that type of money. But it wasn't a lot, yo. This motherfucker just ain't have shit. It wasn't like I was asking for a lot of money. This motherfucker just ain't have shit. Like, even if a motherfucker give you a ride, put something up for some gas money. What the fuck you want somebody to drive you all around, but you don't want to get no gas? What the fuck you talking about? It was that type of scenario. This person was bugging. So they was like, I don't know, it'd be a long time and all that. So I said, listen, I said, this is what I can do. I said, I'll try to hold this for you as long as you can, or you can just go ahead and get something different, something you can afford. But you're not getting that type of shit for this little bit you done gave me. That's a little bit shit. What the fuck you talking about? That work you want me to do is like going to take me over 6-7 hours, maybe longer. Ain't no way in the world is going to work down like that. But you can either get something you can afford or whatever. So I was like that. I wasn't worrying about it. So then they just kept contacting me on and off with just silly shit. And I just got to the point I was just look at it, respond real quick, and keep it moving. So then they came back and said, okay, well, can you do what you said? The one I killed him for. I was like, all right. So they was trying to rush that, but I was like, yo, I'm not gonna rush it. Everything is by schedule. So I said whatever. I got to it, got it done, and shot it back to him. Now, by the time all that happened, this is what I mean by divine timing. See, because people will contact me, and a lot of people wait till they're in a bad situation. Now you want to cry out for help. See, you're supposed to be doing this shit ahead of time so that when a bad situation come, you can go through it with the faith and the spirit of God. You don't wait till the bad time coming. Yo, man, it's an emergency. Yeah. That's why when you see Psalm chapter 69, verses 1 to 4, he said, help me, Lord. The water's coming over my head. Help me. Like God, I'm going to drown if you don't move in. But that sounds like Matthew chapter 14, where God caused the storm, put his disciples in it, and left them out there. And then by the day was terrified because the ship was about to go down and it's the worst storm they ever been in. And then here come Jesus walking on the water. So that's God. God is going to do shit like that. And the more you walk with God, the more you're going to realize it till the time shit start happening. And you're not scared no more. You be like, here we go again with this bullshit. Like, God, when you going to save me? What's up? Like, you be like, I'm sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm opening up my door today and my neighbors want some more stupid ass bullshit. So here we go again. So I had to sleep. I couldn't even think today. I had to sleep. At nighttime I woke up, because sometimes on them sunny days I can't sleep. I don't wake up till the sun go down or whatever. Get up and then I just start protecting myself with prayer and shit. And any negativity a motherfucker try to put on me, I put that back through prayer and make these people be held accountable. And the people in my neighborhood, the same ones that was fucking with me, some of them people starting to fall out, and that's real. So anyway, I got everything back to the person, and then I found out, but this was the timing of God, because I thought certain things that it looked like, so the way I was talking was how I was talking now. But had I known, I wouldn't talk like that. I still would have said what I had to say, but I wouldn't have said it with so much intensity. But that was God working all that out, because it wasn't until the end I found out more info, and I was telling the person, I ain't know that, because I didn't know that. But God wanted it to go down just like that, because I hit with straight up facts and shit, just like I'm doing right now. So then that person came back to me and said, okay, I'm going to do this. And like was saying the shit they was going to do. And I was saying to myself, ain't this the same person that couldn't break a motherfucking 20? How the hell you going to do all that? So I'm like, all right, whatever. When you ready, whatever, I'm here. And shit. Then all of a sudden they just hit me. So within that time, somebody, I think God blessed them, something happened to them, and they knew by their instinct, because this motherfucker was broke as fuck. So I think associating with me and shit, they got blessed, and that motherfucker blessed me and shit. So I thank God for that. So what I'm going to tell you, I'm always going to be a real ass nigga. I'm going to stay real. I'm always going to put my trust in God, not nobody else. Like I said, not my mother, not my father, no bitch ass nigga, not no goddamn racist. My trust is in the Lord. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I thank God for people like Ital, Iman, that's trying to wake y'all niggas up. Bottom line, I'm not saying anybody's full theology is full, but at least we ain't in no deception. We ain't with no tricks. We ain't with no secrets. We ain't faking no death with no bullshit. We ain't no taking that shit, motherfucking hoe ass nigga. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? We not with that shit. I mean, I think everything has a purpose. Just like back in the day, KRS once said, even whack rap music, even whack hip hop music has a purpose. I just ain't down with it. So that's all I'm talking about. Everybody had a purpose. I got the purpose. I thank God for the purpose God gave me, and that I can come out here and wake some people up that is listening. So peace out to the P-Funk. You understand? Peace up to the sign. And it's funny how they gave you the P-Funk sign as a Baphomet. And Dolo claims that the Moors started that hand signing with the Baphomet. I don't know, but I know it's a number 15 tarot card as well, the Devil card. And peace out to the master teacher Bobby Hemming, what he said, which kind of agrees with what Dolo said, just a different way. So that's all I'm saying. This is Get. I'm out. Prove he's a prophet. George Clinton started that song off. The Iman Ital is playing. He started that song off snoring. So you say, why would you start off a song snoring? Because that time and this time, for over 400 years, the true people of God have been in a dead-like state of sleep, like Lazarus. So right before David Bowie died, he told you, he gave you a song called Lazarus, because he knows the 400 years is up, and it's time for this people of God Lazarus to wake up. In John chapter 11, if you read John chapter 11, you're going to hear him mention Ephraim. After he woke up Lazarus, after Messiah woke up Lazarus from the dead, woke these melanated people back up, the real people of God, he went to sit on Ephraim. In the Bible, the word sit means judgment. Ephraim is another name for America. Look up, you got Ephraim and Manasseh, and these are like basically America and Britain. Check that shit out. Now, David Bowie was married to a black woman. Again, he knew about the divine feminine, obviously. And kind of funny, his wife doesn't like Tyra Banks. Now, recently, I had a dream about Tyra Banks. I'm like, why the hell did Tyra Banks pop up in my dream for no, what was it? And then all of a sudden she's back in the light. She's back in the news again. So all this shit is divine, coming straight from the throne of the Most High. And also in that dream, I dreamed about Triple H, the wrestler, and I was wondering what he was doing up in it. And I'll tell you two things I know. First off, after I had that dream, now Triple H is wrestling more, because he wasn't wrestling, because he's a chief of operations, CEO. I don't know what you call it, chief whatever of operations, CEO maybe, CEO of operations, chief engineer of operations. So he ain't really supposed to be wrestling. But he's been back in the ring, and it's funny because some of his matches, like even with Batista, he even got real violent. Which, just not long ago, the WWE was trying to be PG. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to be PG. With that match he had with Batista, he was cutting his hands, he was doing all kind of junk, pulling his nails off and stuff. And Shawn Michaels, his best friend, sitting right there, talking about, I forgot how bad Hunter can be. I forgot how evil he can be. That's one evil son of a boo. So it was kind of funny because it's all entertainment, but it was kind of funny. But anyway, the reason why Triple H came up in my mindset also, not only just for that reason, but see, he had a storyline with Booker, the five-time WWE champ. So he had a match with him, and Ric Flair was talking shit, and it went real racial, and a lot of people didn't like that. But if you study the history of wrestling, it's always been kind of like that. But they talk shit about everybody. If you really watch wrestling, that come with the territory. So they gonna talk shit about you. Even recently, Brock Lesnar was making fun of the WWE champ, who is a male of color. But listen, he was able to go. I think he's from West Africa. He was able to go back to West Africa. I don't know if that was some type of message or not. I think he's from Ghana. Kofi or something like that. Kofi's his name or something like that. So Brock Lesnar said he might fight him for the title, but he was making fun of him. Like, but it's a mind game. So they're going to try to make you feel insignificant. So you could say it's racial, but if you really study, they like that. They kill each other too. Like if they can get some dirt on you, they're going to really say, like, they really put your personal stuff out there. So it wasn't just racial. It's always going to be a mind game when they get ready to go in a match. I'm not saying I agree with it, disagree with it. I'm just telling you how it is. Kofi Kingston, champion. What else would I get ready to say? So all that shit with Booker, and they said that Triple H really tried to bury Booker and mess his career up. But the fact of the matter was, if you was from WCW like Booker was, or anybody else, when you came over to WWE, they was gonna try to bury you. And the only guy they didn't really try to bury, in my opinion, was Goldberg, because he was a little bit smarter, and he's real good friends with Paul Heyman. They both Jews, and they wasn't able to really bury Goldberg, but he buried himself at this match recently, and that's why they ain't talking about it yet. They ain't talking about the Undertaker versus Goldberg match, because that went horrible. I saw the match. I mean, it was sweet. Even the crowd was going, "This is awesome." The match was sweet. It was just that what they call botches and stuff. But it was just sad because both of them could have died. Because first he dropped Undertaker on Undertaker's head, so he could have paralyzed and killed Undertaker, and then he got dropped on his head too. So if I had more time, I would talk more about that. But anyway, I'm about to end this. But again, the reason why you hear this song when you watch "I'm on I Tall Start," you say, why is that snoring? That's George Clinton snoring. But what he's doing, he's showing you the state of the real people of God, but they're about to wake up, and that's what's up now. So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm assuming since we are prophets or musicians, there may be some songs that come out in 2019 that kind of lead you to really know what's about to happen. This is Gad, I'm out.